Alright, is everything bugged out? Didn't go down too well. So I just have to start again, which would be good anyway, because I get to show you guys how to set it all up from scratch, and I'll explain it again anyway. It doesn't really matter, like, who cares? Alright, this will just show you a better way anyway. And it works on any time frame, but like I said, I like to look at the daily trend, and I can zoom in a 4 hour, and I'll show you the power of that with the indicators. It's pretty cool. Alright, so just starting here from scratch, from absolute complete scratch. All of Brave shut down on me. My own fault. You've seen how many tabs I had open. I mean, like 6 Brave windows with like over 10 tabs in each one. Foolish. Alright, so I'm going to bust out the volume. Put it on there. Just makes it a bit easier for me. Okay? And I always bring it up the same way. Okay? We've got RSI. And then just type in 2 letters, MA. Okay? It brings up everything. So obviously we've got the MACD. We've got the moving average. And I want the exponential moving average. Well, that's across, so there's 2 of them. Moving average exponential. Okay? So I'm just going to hide the EMA for now. So we don't need to see that. It's just going to be a little bit confusing. We're going to bring up the 50-day moving average. Okay? We can change all the colors in that. Let's just make it black for now so it's easy to see. Okay? And what I was just what I was just talking about was like the bearish divergence. Okay? The bearish divergence played out when we broke the 50. Oops. When we broke the 50 on the RSI. The most crucial level in my eyes. We've seen what happens when we broke it. Price did after that. When we spent time in this section off for a second, when we spent time under the 50, what did price do? I mean, look at it. And look where it is. It's under that black line. Interesting, right? As soon as the RSI comes under the 50 into the negative territory, the bearish territory, look what it's under, the 50-day moving average, which is a lagging indicator. So we've got the RSI, a leading indicator, a moving average, which is a lagging indicator. It tells you what you already want to know. I mean, it tells you what you already know kind of thing, if you're onto it. And then we've got the confirmation on the MACD. And I'll show you why. Show you the power of the MACD. Okay, as soon as this blue line comes through the red line, especially from that high up, where you see a massive pullback. Okay, 2, 3, and then the final one. Finish him. And if you look over there, we're kind of getting one here too, but look, don't get your panties in a twist. We'll see where the support is. We come down, it's only 15%. No need to make a taxable event, panic selling everything. I mean, you can take profits by all means. Listen to me tell you what to do as if I know your personal situation. Alright, and then on the flip side of that, we can make this green one, because when it crosses to the upside from the bottom, we see a bullish move. Hey, so between the bearish and the bullish, as long as you stay kind of out of the market while we're coming down and get into the market while we're coming up, gives you the best chance to capture these swings. Right, so we got the up cross. Alright, so let's even just measure the kind of movements we can see just on the MACD alone. So we cross up high, not in negative territory, we're above the 0, we cross bullish above 0, and look at that kind of swing, even if it's just to there. So 11th of the 1st. Okay, so pretty much a whole month. As soon as we break up, hey, you might have got in late, let's just go from here to the cross, which is there. We've captured 50%. you know, and then it kind of tells you the tops and the bottoms between the RSI and MACD. So it gives you that extra little bit of edge to try and squeeze more out of the swing, if you know what I mean. And then make sure you're out by the time this crosses, you know, especially on that second high. You know, we don't have the momentum, we're coming back down. Price is just fluctuating, trying to find the median, the average, the middle, and then continue with its momentum, you know. So we've come up, we broke down. What do? We come back up and we break down, and then we're like not really getting much convincing on the MACD here, you know. If anything, that's just kind of trending down and trends right down to the zero. So by now you're kind of getting a few clues. All right, we've got bearish divergence, coming closer to just neutral territory. All right, we're in a bit of a downtrend on the MACD, you know, we're losing a lot of steam here. And then from the video yesterday, we broke like key support, retested that key support as resistance, and we just come down. And we can see that on the momentum. So this little 50 line on the RSI pretty much lines up with the 50-day moving average. All right. Now here's the secret sauce. You want to see the speed of the moves. That's where we've got the exponential moving average. Okay, we're not going to keep it on 9, we're going to keep it on 21. The 21-day exponential moving average was one of the biggest supports for the bull run all the way up. You see it pulled back, touched it, and it left. The pull back, it touched it. It double bottom underneath it, and then it went, and it found support, and it went. This one, moving average, kept us in a bull run for 190 days, like nearly 200 days. What are you talking about? And then what happened? We got the crossover here. It broke down, it retested, and it followed the price structure. It followed the momentum structure. It followed the MACD. Like everything followed very much the same. Like, and of course, me at the top, I'm still thinking we're going to turn around here and go hit our end of year targets in the middle of the year like a fool. Of course not. Like, so this was well overdue, because since March, we're just going forever. It's crazy. It's crazy. We pretty much went for a whole year, March to March, a whole year. If you held Bitcoin for a year, you pretty much had it from the bottom to the top. You just had to time it right. Now, what kind of move was that? That's nearly a 10x move, guys. Wow. So what can we see now? What can this be used as now, moving forward? Well, we see the cross here. Key, very key. Retested, okay. Retested in some key areas. We went over this, okay. This is previous tops. We nearly broke out here. We nearly flipped that 21 there, but we're kind of not really. We come down, we W'd underneath it. We kind of made the breakout retest, but it didn't really go to anything. We just channeled down. And look here, like, MACD was still coming up, still coming to neutral. And what the RSI was doing, you know, wasn't really making any lower lows. So this previous low, it didn't go any lower than that, did it? So that is support on the RSI. And then it broke out of trendline resistance. We have flipped the bearish momentum and turned it into bullish momentum in my eyes. So we make this big impulse. I'm still waiting for a pullback. We might see it this weekend. We might just keep taking off from here. I don't know. Looks like momentum is topping out. I really don't know where we're going to go from here. So let's zoom in to the 4 hour. Still there, still recording, beautiful. So let's go to the 4 hour now, okay? We can see all this back there, cool, works the same way. Okay, it's just a lot messier. Everything's now condensed down because we're on 4 hours instead of a 24-hour candle, you know? So what can we see here? We can see similar things. Hey, we can see we had bullish momentum here. We were above the 70. We were in really serious momentum. And then what happened? We kind of come down here. And we made a divergence. Price was flat, but momentum was up. And what did we see? We saw a break to the upside and even a retesting confirmation on the MACD. So go ahead, we flip the 50, we flip the 50, we even do a little consolidation bear pattern on it and continue upwards. Alright, but as you can see, we don't really run into any huge momentum here. And we're coming down, break out, but we're kind of not even making higher highs. And there is a divergence here between this top, and it's coming down because price goes up, but momentum goes down, means there's divergence again. And as we zoom in at the top here, we're not getting any divergence on the bottom. It looks the same as price action. So if the RSI here were to come and hit the 50, okay, price would also come and hit the 50. Now, if we get rejected from the 50 and continue down, that is bearish momentum. And we could see bearish price action, especially if it continues down into the deeper realms, you know. Look at this pullback from here. It was decent, you know. We've seen about 10% from here, but a little bit less. But if we don't regain the 50, well, then we're flipping momentum from bullish into bearish, and then that's when I'll be starting to watch out. But am I freaking out? No, not really, because we're kind of just ranging. Price is flowing, you know. We're about to get a buy signal on the MACD, it looks like. Is that confirmation? Confirmation of what? We haven't seen the 50 break out of the RSI yet. If 50 breaks bullish, okay, and we continue forward, we maybe just get a little rejection here and then continue upwards, you bet your bottom dollar, you bet your Bitcoin dollar that we're going to break out and make new highs. Especially, even like, look, that was a top at the 60. Oh, the 70, sorry. I've usually got those bands squeezed a bit more. So we hit the top, we broke to it again, broke to the 70, we made a higher high. So it doesn't matter. As long as we come to this area, you can swing trade the 40 to 60 or the 40 to 70, wherever we end up. And this might prove to be a bottom pattern or even just support because it's on a previous top. And we can get 7% plus. You know what I mean? If we follow the RSI and it's taking us to the 70 zone, we know we're going to get a higher high, and that's going to be closer to 10%. But either way, what we're doing here is we're reading inside the daily trend. All right? What's it telling us? It's telling us momentum's kind of, yeah, it's still bullish, but we're getting a bit of divergence, you know? But we're nowhere near the neutral, we're nowhere near the bearish territory, you know? we're still bullish, you know. We come back to support, we bounce up, you know. It's when we don't bounce up anymore, it's when we make a lower high that I would be worried. If we don't, say, break any higher than this, why? Well, let's have a look at the indicators. If we don't make a higher high, it's because the RSI never made it above the 50 and we're in the bearish scenario now. Now we can start to look at taking profits. Now we can start looking at closing long positions, maybe even open short positions, because trading is a double-edged sword. But we're not looking at trading too much. We are looking at investing, and that's why I pay attention to the daily trend. Okay? And all I really look at the 4 hour for is confirmation of what's going on in the daily trend. So you see that 50 there is creeping pretty high. So even if we get a pullback, I reckon we'll just go to the previous top, and the moving average will meet us there. You know, like, these are things that we can kind of start to say, all right, I think price will turn around at that area because it's an important area and this is why, you know, and then you can start to make more of a detailed, educated guess of what's going to happen next. So no one really knows. No one knows. Otherwise, hey, we'd be rich. But this kind of helps, really helps. It helps me anyway. Like, I was able to call the tops after the fact when I just went on a study bender because there was literally no trading to do for me. I wasn't that good, so I needed to find a system that got my emotions out of it. Just using my clear mind on a rules-based structure strategy. And that's what I've come up with. So I don't really see anyone else measuring momentum by the 50 of the RSI, the 50 of the moving average. You know, the guys I watch over here, this is my cryptocurrency page on theartofprez.com. You can come down, we've got the crypto guide for beginners, and that's it there, crypto guide, getting started, you know, how to sign up on exchanges, what to buy and why, what is a portfolio and how to manage it, different strategies to help you grow your portfolio, how to read the charts, and the resources. This is what I use, okay? We use CoinMarketCap. Use CoinGecko a lot more than CoinMarketCap. Ivan on Tech, leader of the blockchains. Like, if you're a programmer and you want to understand the behind the scenes of crypto, like the blockchain and the technology and everything, definitely look at Ivan on Tech. All right, and then we've got the YouTubers. I pretty much learned everything from YouTube, man. All right, so we got charts, we got the XRP community, we got understanding finances, we got the macro, and you know, I'm a Patreon to some of these, a Udemy to the Bearable Bull. You know, like I go straight to good sources, and I always have and I always will. You know, you got to trust the information that's coming to you. You know, this is a good way to filter out the noise as well. So my main three, you know, you got Bitcoin price action with Carl at the Moon, you got learning the blockchain with Ivan on Tech, and you got charting altcoins with Jupiter Crypto and the Currency Nomad, or the Chartist. And this is my little blogging section, the Daily Trend, and this is where you can find all the juicy details in there. And you see a couple other things, you know, I've made a few predictions in there. Go in there and have a look, prove me wrong. Hopefully you don't. But yeah, that's my website. Go in there and have a look. There's heaps on there. Probably made it a bit too complicated, but yeah, crypto is complicated. So, I mean, do your best. Hopefully it helps. I'll stop talking now because it's another long video, but it's good. It's good. And once we've got this down, we've got one more. Oh, actually, no, I explained momentum using the indicators. So that's it. The first one is very basic. It's price structure using support and resistance and trend lines, whether we're going up or down or whether we're waving. And then we bring in the indicators to see if those key points, if price will start to turn around at those points or if it will just break through, you know, things to help make up your mind and help open up the profit margin, if you know what I mean. So, I mean, the daily trend will be short from now. It'll just be quick updates. But this is what I kind of know so far, and this is what I'm using, and we've seen the profits are there, both shorts and longs. So hopefully it helps. Hopefully you can do something with this information. All right. Thanks everyone on Business Prez. See you on the next one.